here are the money methods to focus on this week in GTA Online. Now, a quick warning before we actually get into these money methods. Pretty much all of the things with bonus money from the event will be side money methods. For example, things like passive safes and different deliveries. So do not expect to make millions of dollars this week just based on these money methods alone. I will still be showing you guys some different tips to potentially help you make the most money possible. So yeah, without any further ado guys, let's dive straight into the first method. With these money method videos, I really like to start off with the weekly reward. And for this week, it is a relatively simple one. However, it will take you guys a long time because you need to make 5 Quickie Pharm deliveries, in turn getting you $100,000. When the event week kicked off and I saw this weekly challenge, I thought this was just going to be 5 deliveries in one of the missions. However, it looks like this is not the case at all. If you guys head over to the Quickie Pharm location, which is located just over from the Los Santos Customs, this is where you guys can start this thing, and you need to make all deliveries for Quickie Pharm 5 times, which I think is just super unfortunate. I did all 6 of these deliveries in this one, and recording this entire gameplay clip, this actually took me around 20 minutes. So yeah, no matter how you guys look at this, it will still take a long time. Luckily, you are still making some money from doing these things, and you also get to use the Sentinel GTS, which is a really nice car. I would still recommend it. It is a weekly challenge, so you have the entire week to do it. Not a bad option as well if you guys are waiting for your different businesses to make you some additional money. The next money method we have will be the same one from the last event week if you guys remember it. This is the Cayo Preco Motor Wars adversary mode. It will be still paying out the double money and RP bonus, or 4 times money and RP if you have GTA Plus. Now, I did mention something about this with the gun necklace. If you guys remember that clothing unlock from the last event, I do not believe you guys can unlock this anymore. However, this is something that I have not tested personally. I don't really play adversary modes pretty much at all. If you guys do manage to play one and complete one session of this, that would be how you unlock it. As of right now, I don't have any information if you can get that still. But back onto talking about this Cayo Preco Motor Wars, it is really fun from what I have heard and seen. It will just be a battle royale on the Cayo Island. So if you guys can imagine that, or maybe you have already played it from the last event, hopefully you already know how good this can be. Potentially worth playing if you want the bonus money. Next up, we have a better money method in my opinion, and this will be the safeguard deliveries with double money and RP. Originally, I was not going to include these additional side business bonuses. However, I do actually think they do have some better use cases in terms of making money. First of all, they can be done at any rank. You can pretty much just start this whenever. You can do this in an invite-only session as well, which is really nice and probably expected. If you head over to either one of these locations, this is how you start them, and each safeguard delivery will be paying roughly around $40,000 for about 5 minutes of just driving. That is a really nice payout. A trick that I love to use for safeguard deliveries mainly comes down to their location. If you guys have a safeguard delivery that is just so far away, and you know for a fact it will take you a long time, you can just cancel a job and start another one straight away without any cooldown. Doing that trick and resetting the delivery will also change your payout, so it might be worthwhile if you guys want to get the best payout all the time. However, what I have noticed is the payouts are not that different from each other, and I would only personally use that trick to change the location. Next up, relating back to the weekly challenge, the Quickie Pharm deliveries also will have the double money and RP, so if anything, this will be a better incentive to do the weekly challenge. In terms of your time and what you guys need to do, would I say it is worth your time? Maybe. And like I previously said, if you guys have businesses in the background, maybe you have just recently resupplied, this will be a nice way to kill some time and make some nice cash on the side. I completed one run through of the Quickie Pharm deliveries, and this got me $80,000. You'll also see it tells me how long this took, and it did take me 16 minutes. So for 16 minutes, $80,000 doesn't seem too bad. Luckily enough, the Sentinel GTS is extremely fast, and sometimes it is quite fun to just drive around. Another delivery mission that we also got with this event was the pizza delivery missions. I think the pizza delivery is probably one of the better delivery missions because there will be a hot and fresh bonus that you can get. There is also 3 different pizza delivery locations on the map. Once you complete all of the deliveries for one pizza restaurant, that restaurant will then close. You can then head over to the second restaurant, complete their deliveries, and then move on to the third restaurant. If you guys want to take pizza delivery seriously, another nice trick that you can do is purchase the Pegasi Pizza Boy bike. You can then customize the bike with turbo and various different upgrades, and the game will automatically use this for pizza delivery missions. So potentially saving you some time and ensuring that you are always getting the hot and fresh bonus, which by the way will be 10 minutes to deliver all of the pizzas, which I don't think is that bad. In terms of making millions of dollars from this, you are not going to achieve that unless you are seriously grinding this through the entire week, so it really comes down to your choice. The next method we have will be the featured series with double money and RP. I won't spend too much time on this one, it is pretty self-explanatory. It will just be a bunch of adversary modes with double money, and you will see on screen that we have these ones this week. It will be Trapdoor 1 and Trapdoor 2, Kill Quota 5 and 3, Land Grab 4 and Land Grab 5, Collection Time 1 and Collection Time 2. If you are a fan of adversary modes, it might be worth just playing these things with friends or random players, especially if you are really good at adversary modes and win a lot of them. You will be making a decent chunk of cash. To move on again, we have our final delivery mission, and it will of course be taxi work with just a standard double money bonus. So yeah, this event, Rockstar really went in on the different deliveries you can do. Well, I mean, taxi work is not technically a delivery thing, but it is still very similar. Taxi work is also similar in the sense that you can purchase different vehicles to use, and one of the most recent cars from the Money Fronts DLC called the Anis Hardy can be used in taxi work, and this one is extremely good. I decided to purchase this just to see because I have not used this yet, and yeah, I was kind of blown away by how good this car is. I wish I purchased it sooner. It also has a load of upgrades and different customization options, so you can really make this look nice. I do believe, however, you need to use the taxi livery, so something to keep in mind if you guys are going to get this as well. However, just for doing taxi work, would I say this vehicle is worthwhile? Probably not, but if you guys do plan to grind taxi work this entire week, which I would personally not recommend, this might potentially be a nice car to pick up, but do not expect to make your money back directly from taxi work. Arguably one of the better bonuses we got with the event will be the car wash safe income, which will have a standard double money bonus. This one will be so good for you guys with every business, or at least a good portion of the different businesses. In the gameplay you will see I do have the car wash business, and when I go over to the passive safe and press left on the D-pad, you will be able to see all of these businesses will be adding up to make the car wash's passive safe income, and because it does have double money, I can now make $62,000 every 48 minutes. There is only one downside to this safe income, and that will be you have to make sure that you manage the heat bar inside the car wash. If this heat bar does become maxed out, you will not be able to make passive income from the car wash, but as long as you guys stay on top of this and keep the heat bar low, you will be making some really nice passive income. At this point in the video, we now have some of the standard methods, which I always rely on when the event week bonus money is really poor. So first off, we have the new FIB priority file. Alongside this, we actually have a discount on the Garment Factory this week, and I think this will be really worthwhile. You'll also see there that we have the Acid Lab discount, which will be just on the Brickhead 6x6 and the special cargo warehouses. Just based on these discounts in this specific event, I am really hoping that next week we get at least one of these things that is currently discounted with a bonus. I think that would be so nice, just a double money on special cargo or something. But yeah, back onto the FIB priority file, I did manage to get around to completing this. In my opinion, this is the best FIB file. The challenges are really simple and it will not take you long whatsoever. After completion, I got $350,000. As long as you guys have the Garment Factory, just play through this before this event week refreshes. The next method is of course our Salvage yard robberies. They have all refreshed. Unfortunately, they are all standard tier vehicles, so they can't make you guys a ton of cash, but then again, it is still pretty respectable, roughly around $1 million. I completed all 3 of them and sold them all to Yusuf, and I would always suggest that you guys do these things if you have the Salvage yard, a really nice source of income every single event. And of course, we do have our time trials this week, another really nice source of income. The standard time trial is located here on the map, and the HSW time trial is located over here. So now to give my final thoughts on this entire event week with all of the different bonuses, I do actually think that this might be a little bit better than the last event week. If you guys remember the bonuses from the last event, it was a lot of daily collectibles and stuff like that. At least with these ones, you can actually play the things quite consistently and still make some pretty nice money. But in the grand scheme of things, especially with different bonuses, I don't think this event was too good. And if anything, I would probably just focus on completing the Salvage yard robberies, the Garment Factory with the FIB file, and potentially even picking up some of the discounted businesses. I really do hope that the next GTA Online event offers some more business bonuses in the very least. But anyways guys, what do you think about this event? In terms of the bonuses, do you like them or not? Which things will you be playing as well? Make sure that you leave a comment below. And as always, if you went on to enjoy this video or found it useful in any way, shape or form, leave a like. I always do appreciate your support. And if you are new here and like like what you see, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to never miss a video. Finally guys, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.